Good afternoon, everyone.
No.
Welcome to our friends of Turning Points. We're thrilled that you were able to join us on this crisp fall afternoon. My name is Mark DeHaan. I have the honor of serving as president and board chair of Turning Points. Today, I also serve as your MC for our 25th anniversary ribbon cutting and volunteer appreciation event. As my wife Randy and I celebrated Thanksgiving together just a few days ago, I thought about how thankful we are that although we couldn't be with our family and friends this year, we were able to enjoy turkey dinner in the comfort of our home. Many in our community don't have a place to call home. Some are living on the street or in their car. Some are trying to just make ends meet and are living paycheck to paycheck. The one thing that they all have in common is access to a magnitude of essential services that we provide here at Turning Points. And last year alone, we provided over 163,000 services to over 8,000 clients. And I know our clients are thankful as well. Thankful for our compassionate staff, our dedicated volunteers that have been here to help meet the needs of the most vulnerable in our community for the past 25 years. Over the past 25 years, Turning Points has had many friends and champions, but none so passionate and pivotal as Adele Orozer and Senator Bill Galvano. Adele served as our executive director for almost 16 years prior to her retirement. She retired in June. In her vision, work, and dedication that provided the solid foundation and helped us build for the next 25 years. And Senator Galvano, even while serving as president of the Florida State Senate, always remained a passionate champion and friend to Turning Points. Senator Galvano was instrumental in helping us secure the funding to purchase this building, which now bears his name, by the way. It is now my pleasure to introduce our recently retired legislative representative and outgoing president of the Florida Senate, Senator Bill Galvano. Thank you, Senator.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mark, and thank you for everything you do, and thank you for everything the board does. 25 years. That's unbelievable. I think that deserves another round of applause. I remember when I first became affiliated, got involved, it was the coalition, and it was, just a nascent organization at the time. And to think of all the thousands of people who have been served by the comprehensive services that Turning Points has provided through the years is just breathtaking. Breathtaking, but so very, very meaningful. I mean, that's what it's all about. I've been in government a long time, and one thing I've learned for sure, government is not the answer. Government has a role, yes, absolutely it does, and it's even helped here at this facility. But it's when people come together, when there is a coalition that evolves into a beacon, a turning point for people who are down in their luck, or as Lyndon Johnson's father used to say, caught up in the tentacles of life. That's when real change is made. That's when people have hope. That's when there is an opportunity to move on and have a better future. And we've seen this year some tremendous challenges with the COVID-19 pandemic, not the least of which was the health challenge, but the financial challenge reverberated throughout our society at every level. And in a lot of instances, here goes my speech, but I wouldn't look at it anyway. I'll leave it for you to read later. But it has reverberated throughout our society. And when you think about the people who are hit hardest, in many instances, it was the mom and pops who employed the people who are at the very beginning levels of their careers, or the ones who are living paycheck to paycheck, trying to make ends meet. And when those businesses had to shut down, then those people had to shut down from their employment, and that it impacted families, and so on and so on and so forth. And to have an organization like Turning Points there for them to be that safety net, to be that opportunity for them to get the essential services, whether it's healthcare, whether it's food, whether it's clothing, whether it's just the opportunity to get a haircut and have a way to have some transportation. I mean, these are all very important things. Hey, that was cool, right?
That was done purposely.
Yeah, was that Drake? I think so. But seriously, in all seriousness, that makes a big, big difference, a true difference. You know, and homelessness has been a very big passion in my life. And I'll share a quick story, and then I'll let you move on with the program for more important things. But, you know, my father was born in 1915. He was born the son of Italian immigrants who came over from Sicily. And as a young man, they faced hard times. And we entered into the Depression, very similar to some of the impacts that we're seeing here in this country here today because of the COVID-19 impacts. And they lost their home. And he told me their payment each month was $32 a month. But this is way back when, and it just couldn't be made. And so they had to disperse throughout the city. And this is in Manhattan. And he remembered that he would find odd things to do, and every few days he would scrap up a nickel, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, and he would go to what was called a flop house. And he'd put down the nickel, and he'd get a soda cracker about this big, a cream soda, and a cot for the night. And that was his evening. And then the next day it was back at it, and so on and so forth. That challenge that so many people endured during that time. And as he got older, and he was very successful in his life, and eventually, and he would take naps from time to time, and he would sleep on our couch in our home, and he would cover himself with newspaper. And I would say, Dad, why are you covering yourself in newspaper? Why don't you put a blanket on? He's like, no, you have no idea. Newspaper could be very warm. You have no idea. Now, as I grew up, I realized he was reminding himself of a time when newspaper was the only thing he had to cover himself. And many people have that plight still today. But people can get out of it and can move forward if once in a while they have the opportunity for a little bit of love and a little bit of help. And that's what Turning Points represents to me. It truly does. And I'll tell you this, and I'll leave you with this. You know, as president of the Florida Synod, I've served almost 2 decades in politics, and I have a lot of friends. And I will continue to prioritize my advocacy for Turning Points and the Bill Galvano Center and the work that is done here. And God bless all of you who do it on a daily basis. And let's hope it continues to expand until the day, God willing, it's no longer needed. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Senator. The most critical partners of Turning Points are the clients we serve. We can provide assistance, but the clients that work together with us are the ones who build a better future. Our next speaker, Mrs. Jackie Love, did just that. Jackie?
Thank you. Hello. Thank you all for coming. And I just wanted to share a little bit of my story with you guys. Some of you might know it. And can you hear? You good? Okay. Thank you. It started out it was a little over 10 years ago. Actually, more than that. About 15 years ago, my husband had a job working, doing cabinets, woodworking, things like that. And we were staying in a little apartment, living paycheck to paycheck. And he came home one day and said he got laid off. There was no more work. And I'm like, are you serious? Rent's due in like 2 weeks and we have no money. So eventually, he tried so hard to get another job and he couldn't. And we got that eviction notice. And eventually we had to get out. And we didn't have anywhere to go. We basically took what we thought was, most important to us with us, some clothes, things like that. And we had a 2-man tent, and we went over by the railroad tracks over by Tropicana and put a tent up there. Well, the first night we were in there, it rained. Didn't know that tents were not waterproof. We woke up soaked, wet. The ground was hard. My body was numb. It was pretty bad. So one day we're walking by and saw a couch on the side of the road, and I'm like, hey, let's get the cushions, So we put all the cushions in the tent and covered it up, and it was much better. And we wound up getting tarps and then getting things to build it up on for the time being until we were able to, get further along. But a lot of time when you are homeless, you do kind of get into a depression, and you don't feel good about yourself sometimes. Society make you feel like that. So, but my husband told me about Turning Points, and I was like, let's try this out, I said, I really want to do something here. And when I came here, I got so much love, so much respect. I was able to take a shower instead of going in a racetrack bathroom where they trespassed me. But anyway, because I was just, using the bathroom to wash my hair or things like that. But here, it was wonderful. I got my clothes washed. I was able to feel good about myself. And everybody backed me up here. It was so awesome. I was like, wow, these people really care. I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I told my husband, I said, honey, it's okay. You can, because he's an artist. He does have a lot of paintings in here. Ben Love is his name. But I told him, I said, honey, you stay home and you do your painting, and I'll go out and see what I can do. And then Super Bowl Sunday of 2010, I found out I was pregnant. And I'm like, okay, now we're in this tent. I'm out in the woods. I said, we really got to do something now. So I actually wound up getting my first job. I was very excited, and with the help from everybody here, gave me the confidence I needed to do that. And I'm like, well, I still need to get a little more money because it was only part-time. So I went and got a second job at I did Bed Bath & Beyond is where I was working at the time. And so I wound up having 2 jobs. And it was enough to where Turning Points actually said, hey, we'll get you a place. So it was actually the first apartment right down here on the left. There's a green house down there, and that was our first apartment. And they paid my first 4 months' rent. They paid my electric bill, the down payment, and my old electricity bill that I had. And I was in awe, and I'm like, wow, this is great, this is happening. I was 5 months pregnant when we moved in. And then I was able to, in the meantime, get my license back. I got a $1,200 car at the time, things like that. So basically within 8 years, we saved up enough money, and 2 years ago we moved into our 4-bedroom, 2-bath home. And thank you. And my son, he's now 10. He likes to come here when, I'm a volunteer too with doing the laundry. And my son likes to come help. And he loves it. He loves to come with me, and he likes to give back. And I just want to thank Turning Points so much for everything that you have done for my family. I thank you so much.
Thank you, Jackie. Guys, Jackie and her husband are both champions and volunteers at Turning Points, and they are paying it forward big time, and we thank them for that. And so today we recognize the beginning of the next quarter century for our organization. Under the guidance of our new executive director, Kathleen Kramer, we look forward to building upon the foundation that has been laid before us. And now, Kathleen.
It's no fair. I was getting all emotional with Jackie's presentation. I think the second she said, I got the love and respect at Turning Points. Whew. So now I'm all teary-eyed, and now you know why I'm here, right? Because I'm a big soft squishy on the inside. And when I started here at Turning Points, I know Adele and the board wanted to give me a wonderful, smooth transition. And we had a whole year of 25th anniversary celebrations planned. But 2020 wasn't really what any of us expected. And with COVID came many challenges and many frustrations, but it made Turning Points a stronger organization. COVID-19 pushed us out of our comfort zone. It revealed a few cracks and some areas of weakness, but it also pulled us together. We saw staff members rise to new levels of service, kindness, and leadership. Together, we started having brave conversations, and we had to work creatively to continue to do the work we were doing more efficiently and with half of our volunteers, so that we didn't shut down for one day during the pandemic. And I think those 25th anniversary parties would have been nice, but I can't think of a better experience to truly understand the passion and commitment and the organization just watching it step up and pull together and shine in response to these unprecedented times. And I'm incredibly proud to be a part of this awesome organization. And I'm so thankful for the foundation that has been laid over the last 25 years. But we're not done yet. With the lessons that we've learned thus far, we will continue to look for smarter ways to further integrate our work in a seamless, intentional, and impactful way. We will continue to grow, but not for growth's sake, but to embrace and pursue our mission and to provide more opportunity for our community members to attain self-sufficiency and to just achieve great futures. And none of this would be possible without the generous financial support of our community. But I will tell you, it is hard starting off every year at $0 raised. And it's hard to be on that fundraising treadmill where you hope to constantly fill the gaps that you have. So in October, Turning Points made a bold decision to start a new fundraising initiative that focuses on two things. Number one, it's about engaging the community in our mission. And number two, it's on about sustainable funding. And for the first time, we asked our donors to make multi-year pledges of $1,000 or more for 5 years. And we call it the Be the Key Society. And it gives people the opportunity to make a difference with their lives, with their money, and with their vision. And our goal was to have 25 Be the Key Society members for this 25th anniversary event. And I am thrilled to say that yesterday we had our 26th Be the Key Society member. And many of the Be the Key Society members are here with us today, and you can see the key on their name tag. As I look around, I see the faces of those who have dug in and worked hard to get Turning Points where we are today. And I also see the faces of those who will carry us into the future. This ribbon cutting is a symbol of the start of a next phase for Turning Points. And thank you for being a part of that team and for supporting and standing behind our families and our community. because we are really looking forward to the incredible things we are going to accomplish over the next 25 years together. And we'll have our ribbon is coming, sir. We have our ribbon. And I should put on my mask. I should put on my mask.
I'm usually on the right.
Are we ready?
Yeah. Well, that was exciting. So in closing, I want to thank the staff who put their hearts into their work every single day. A special thank you goes out to those who coordinated the drive-through volunteer event, which will be taking place in about 4 minutes, so we can honor and recognize the noble work of our amazing volunteers. And I thank each and every one of you for being champions of Turning Points. We look forward to partnering with you over the next 25 years. If you would like to join us in celebrating our volunteers, we would love to have you stay with us, and thank you for being here today.
Hello, I am Margie Dawson, and I'm here at Turning Points today because we are celebrating our 25th anniversary. So we had a ribbon cutting, and we invited our community members, our staff and volunteers. And then now we are actually going to also have a volunteer recognition drive-through event. Hello everyone, I am Margie Dawson, and I am here at the 25th anniversary ribbon cutting for Turning Points. And as you see, you'll see in the pictures, we renamed our building the Bill Galvano Center. And I'm here with President Galvano. to ask him, so what does Turning Points mean to you? What does it mean for the community?
Well, it means a great deal for the community. What it means is that we are a community that cares about people, that doesn't let those in need, whether it be for a short duration or a long duration, be forgotten. That it shows that people will still come together to do what's right for their fellow humans. And it means a great deal to me to have my name on this building, knowing the comprehensive services that are provided here to so many people in need, especially in a year when we've had the challenges like we have because of COVID-19. It means our community has heart.
Thank you. And you've been in our community for so long, and you've seen so many changes in our community. What do you see going forward in the future for Turning Points and the community?
Well, I've watched our community grow, and it's a great thing. And I've seen as time has gone on, and tremendous prosperity has come to the Manatee County and the Bay Area and Sarasota, which is our 8-county area. But with growth in population and growth in community, we also have, unfortunately, growth in homelessness and growth in need. So we have to be able to respond to that need more and more. And I've watched as Turning Points evolved from the coalition and then created the One Stop and has continually built upon its services, partnering with LECOM, partnering with other organizations, and to hear the comments today about how we're pushing into the next 25 years gives me a lot of comfort. But Turning Points has definitely kept up with the growth in our community and the growth of need in our community.
I am now with Adele Eroser, the newly retired executive director from Turning Points. So Adele, tell me what this means to you to be here for the 25th anniversary celebration.
This has been an incredible day, not only because I can see all my friends and people that I've worked with, colleagues, but also because I think it's a really great celebration to show what we've done in the last 25 years and just acknowledging where we started from and where we are now, and what also I think Kathleen did a good job of talking about what our future is going to be and how we can have even a better future and more things to do. So I'm really excited to be here. I thought it was a great event.
And then you were here back when the One Stop Center was built, and you were here for the building of it. And now, what do you think of the new look and the way going forward?
I think that it's good because we always had a problem with brand recognition in the community. People were thinking that the One Stop Center was the organization, and now hopefully they'll understand that the Bill Galvano Center is just the building, but Turning Points is the organization. So I'm very happy to see the rebranding of the building. I think it was a great paint job, and I'm excited to see it. It's great. It's like a whole start to, like they said, the quarter century of new services and a whole new look.
And now we are with Karen Winden, who is a volunteer at Turning Points. She volunteers in a couple ways. She is actually an amazing board member, and she helps out in the Day Resource Center at the reception area. So Karen, tell me about volunteering, like what that means to you and to our clients.
So I think volunteering is so exciting because as a board member, I could see the overview of Turning Points, but as a volunteer, I can see the heart of Turning Points. I see what that need is. I see people who come in desperation. I see what we're able to do for people and how we're able to help them. Can we help everyone? No, but we make a big impact, and I feel like that ability to see people one-on-one is what really gives the heart to our mission.
And now we are with Mark DeHaan. He is the president of the board of directors at Turning Points. So Mark, tell me about today. What is the importance of today?
I think it's important that we show off our building, our newly painted building, to the community. I mean, I feel that we have a welcoming environment. It just stands out as a pillar to the community, and I'm excited about the attendance that we had here today. We had some community leaders with us.
We have our volunteers coming through now. We can honor our volunteers for the tremendous work that they do. So the entire day is exciting for me. I've been looking forward to it for months, and I'm just thrilled that we're here today.
Thank you so much, Mark. I am now here with Kathleen Kramer, our new Executive Director of Turning Points. And earlier, she spoke about what the next 25 years are going to look like for Turning Points. Kathleen, can you tell us what your vision is?
Really, it's about sustaining and growing our internal practices to make sure that we are efficient as we can possibly be. It's about evolving, making sure that every program that we put out is really doing the work that's needed in the community. And it's about expanding beyond Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5 here at 17th Avenue West, and going where our community needs us the most.
And what does this mean, the 25th anniversary? I mean, what does that mean to you and to the community, to our staff and volunteers?
The 25th anniversary is important because it really is a milestone for Turning Points. We have so many people in our community who have fought so hard to get us where we are, and we're really at a wonderful, stable place, and a place poised for future growth. And so that's why it's so important to recognize this day and celebrate this year, because it is really critical towards moving towards our future.
And just following our ribbon cutting ceremony, we are going to be having another event. Can you tell us what's next?
Absolutely. We are celebrating our volunteers today. And so we're having a drive-through volunteer appreciation day, because our volunteers here at Turning Points make the magic happen. We could not do it without them. And so they're going to be driving through. Because of COVID, we want to be respectful of distance. And so our volunteers are going to drive through, they're going to get their awards, they're going to get a pizza, and they're going to get lots of love from all the staff at Turning Points.